Alright, welcome back to the Tavern Brawl this week on Hearthstone Power. We've gone fishing. Let's go fishing. Build a deck of 20 minions, and then they'll put in the other 10 spells randomly. Class spells and a rod, Tad's pole, so you can fish minions out of your opponent's deck. So here you'll see me build a deck, and this is 1201 in the meta, so hadn't quite figured it out, but heroes and battle cries are king. So Tad's pole is going to re-equip if you somehow manage to destroy it at the end of their turn or the beginning of your turn, and it'll have its effect again at the end of your turn. So you can find ways to use your weapon, so that's why kind of some of the op cards this week are going to be South Sea Deckhand, because every class starts with a weapon and basically always has a weapon equipped. Doomsayer is great again as usual, and most battle cries, so a lot of the battle cries you're seeing are Hungry Crab, because people are putting a bunch of garbage minions in their deck, and usually you can just gobble up a Grimscale Oracle or any sort of low cost Murloc, which they all are. Mind Control Tech is huge this week, just because it's a battle cry, and then it's easy to start out and get 4 minions real quick against your opponent because you're always fishing one out with your Tad's pole. One of the best ones would be Rattling Rascal, the guy who battle cries a 5/5 for yourself, and then his death rattle is give your opponent a 5/5, but either you play it and it just works as normal, or it just goes to your opponent's side of the board and you kill a 2/2 and get a 5/5. That one's probably one of the best cards. Or Furbolg Mana Binder, the battle cry, transform any friendly minion into a 6/6. But yeah, you saw me build my druid deck there. It was still early, so you can even see that this other person hasn't figured it out yet. They got big minions in their deck. The Marin's a battlecry minion, but it's a big minion. Lightwell I saw out there a good bit. You can see luckily I get Leech King in hand, so that's a tactic. You don't want to make your deck too small with just nothing but crappy minions, because at a certain point you are going to need some mid-range cards, some bigger chorus cards, and hopefully you just don't pull them out and you get them and you play them instead of your opponent just pulling them out for free. Even Sandbinder, that's a decent card. I mean, it's middle of the pack and a battle cry, so it would work for you and maybe not your opponent. But yeah, you see him giving me all the high cost minions and he gives up here early, but this was 7 minutes into the meta, pack earned, and now you'll see more of the correct builds. The Deathstalker Rexxar for Hunter is just like the only card you need in the Hunter deck, because then he has no chance of getting the zombies that you make that are just great, and plus the battle cry deal 2 to all minions is pretty much going to clear the board right when you need it. You see Lorewalker Cho as one of my favorites this week, because you can just rely on getting him out and either killing it with your minions, or pull out a Doomsayer in your deck and just watch these people who don't pay attention to Hearthstone Power play spells right in front of you. And give you all the cards you need. Yeah, so that's why I like Galaka this week too, because I feel like South Sea Deckhand should be in every deck. And Fungalmancer is a winner, a 2/2 the battle cries. And then also the guys like Ancient Watcher or the Humongous Plant guy, anything like that can't attack, people aren't going to be able to work with, except maybe the priest can get some silence. Or I did see Ironbeak, so maybe you could run some. Just Ironbeak would be good, because you might get some Ancient Watchers and stuff. But for the Hunter, it's definitely Beast Synergy. So you can just put in a couple Scavenging Hyenas, the hero, and some Jeweled Macaws, low cross battle cries, and Lorewalker Cho is on my op list just because most people don't know how to play around it, and it's not like a battle cry, but zero attack minion's usually pretty good for this one. So sometimes it slows you down, but you just know how to play against it by not giving him free spells. I'm sure this guy ends up giving me plenty of spells. He's able to get Lorewalker with some attack. Icarus Veteran. I mean, these are all in the meta, but I don't think they're the best plays. I think that guy, Rattling Rascal, is much better than any of these other plays. Sometimes you gotta give him a spell before Lorewalker just gets out of hand. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of Northshire Cleric from the Priest, but yeah, he knew that kill command was coming back, but oh well. We're mainly just hoping to get Deathstalker Rexxar going off. Emerald Hive Queen's pretty popular this week too. You can see he played one, probably drew one of mine. If you see Rexxar, we top deck it on 6, insta-cast. And pull out Doomsayer for protection. We're both running Doomsayers. So he goes ahead and clears your secret because he's got nothing better to do against Doomsayer. He has a good Doomsayer turn. Like, Doomsayer into Doomsayer. Crushing Walls is a great card, but usually I go for low mana cost, something that I can just get out there, don't handlock yourself. Wait, play your 1-cost minion first, then play your Hive Queen. 3/4 Poison Divine Shield for 3 or 4, not bad. Yeah, Dire Frenzy is good once you've zombie-beasted. So you just know that they're going to be beast cards, they're going to be class-specific spells, so you just have to play how the class normally is. You might find a better one to Dire Frenzy once you build a few, but might as well keep it so this guy stays alive. So we're going to miss a chance to create a zombies, but we put 3, 6, 7 Divine Shield poisonous minions in our deck, which are obviously might come out for him, but you can't play scared. He has to throw the whole arsenal at it. Doomsayers, we're always happy there, and just build up our. And he pulls the zombies into his Doomsayer, so we're happy. Silence, obviously. Iron Beak is back. This is just a waiting turn. And then the card you pull out at end of turn goes into the Doomsayer. That's a good time to resurrect, but he hasn't seen anything powerful enough. Except for that guy, he probably would have wanted the zombies. So yeah, that was a good Crushing Walls play. Just situates the best ones on the outside. He should have played against it, put his good minions in the center. And here, once we start getting Lifesteal, Rush, and there's no stopping us. 3 zombies in hand. 1 is from Dire Frenzy, but still a zombies. Yeah, so obviously Priest is heal synergy. Actually, one of the better Priest synergy would be to play into the Death Rattles. Toxmonger is a great hunter card this week. Obviously you can play the Elven Archer. Well, most people don't know that the deal 1 damage from Elven Archer, if Toxmonger's on the board, is also poisonous. So it's like 2 rounds you can get off with the Elven Archer. So yeah, Elven Archer is good, because especially with Toxmonger, definitely in the hunter build. For this week's Tavern Brawl, I think that's our 3rd or 4th Doomsayer we've seen here. This one's not going to work because we got poison on the board, but he might as well protect some damage. And you gotta have double Lifesteal, Life Drinker, Rush Zombies. Yeah, once you play Rexxar, there's no losing. Yeah, Hunter might be op just because of the hero. I got a cool. I like the warlock build. And again, because the heroes and the spells, you're gonna build it based on demons. So there's the Golaka to our own South Sea Deckhand. We love that. And we cast Stitcher because we just wanted to see what we had in our deck, basically, and see what he's gonna pull out. And yeah, Hyena's great. I mean, it's not gonna work for them unless you get the mirror match, and it's definitely gonna work for you. I mean, even Ironbeak probably goes in the Hunter build. Yeah, so he got Macaw and we got Ironbeak. We're happy. Or I'm sorry, he's coming in Hyena. And yep, this is a victory. 20 health, 3 armor. Maybe there's a better play there for him, but definitely could have tried to stay alive, but with fatigue he was dead anyway. Gone fishing with mage. This one you can play into knowing that you'll have secrets, so like Arcanologist and Ethereal Arcanist are great cards because they do give you, mage spells, mage secrets. Yeah, so some strategies would be to keep your big minions if you put them in there and just mulligan hard for them, but this one we didn't build any beefy minions. Went with some of the usual classics. South Sea Deckhand's good. I think you're in tune for a long one here. This one goes pretty long. He's reacting to the fact that we drew a spell out of our deck that was random, but you know that they're gonna put secrets in a mage deck. Yeah, so there's the Murlocs that they're usually gonna play. That's why you can run Hungry Crab without any Murlocs, but Rattling Rascal's our fave. Yeah, so the Rattling Rascal works both ways. I mean, Battlecries are the king. A lot of people did those, but you gotta think, more about it with your class specificness. Alarmabot we put in there and pulled out his mind control tech, so hey, that works. That right there was a great play, though. Furbolg Monobinder, our own Rascal Wattle, that's good. And he pulls out our Archmage. So we're not looking great, Sometimes you don't get the ones pulled that you want, but just know that you're gonna top deck like crazy. He ends up, I think, even getting the Alarmabot beefed in this game, which is hilarious, right? There you're like, oh, I got a, Blizzard, but it's not. You can wait, you're not dead, and and you see Alarmabot's on the board there, so he doesn't have any minions in hand. Then he top decks a minion and plays the other two. Gives us a spell. That's why we love Cho. Mages are great with spells. There, you see? Full board Blizzard. Much better. He redeems the best minion. It's all good. Blessing on the Shield Bearer. And another secret. And those are pretty good spells. I think he forgot we got the old ping freeze. But now you play, that you try and check as many things before it's Noble Sack. Noble Sack we would have had to sacrifice our ping freeze. Ice Walker. Which we like. See, there's another Murloc. And I got Hungry Crab in hand. Now if he plays control, otherwise we would have Hungry Crabbed it. But you know, right here we kind of had to throw some things at the wall there just to stay alive. We're not, 3 straight to the mind control tech. Not looking good. Vaporize, he knows, he checks with the right minion. Getting low. Pull out a Doomsayer to his side of the board. He doesn't like that. These were rough here at the end. I should have simulchromed right away, because then you'll see that his tadpoles whiffs. So then I know I don't have any minions. But he draws it there, so I don't know. But right now I should simulchrome. Even though it's a hungry crab. Maybe we were playing the bluff factor there, where he thought it was a pyroblast that we discovered. Spellbender token getting some divine shield. We're dead without that top deck. And I don't know if he just likes that we're, should have simulchromed, because I don't have any more minions, and I knew that. But looking back at it, divine favor for 1, and he concedes. I mean, most people don't realize fatigue. I don't know why they do that. So that one, maybe we weren't ready. Now we're gonna try and brawl with Paladin. I don't think we got a great game here, but, took a little while with building these decks this week to get it out, so we wanted to just get a win and keep going. I went with Divine Shield Recovery on this, so you're just hoping he plays Argent Squires and pulls out yours, and then you can make a 6 billion sized Blood Knight. That's the best synergy I could find. Hopefully someone else finds a good Paladin build. Maybe just obviously need the hero, and Valkynier would be great in this deck. There's some, I don't think I have that, but it would be great. Then you could just unequip your weapon with Tad's Pole and then just leave some minions in your hand. You'd be fine. Even Serenite's a good minion this week, because it doesn't Battlecry if you pull it out for your opponent. Or they pull it out. If they fish it out. Yeah, so there we play Chose. Sometimes Chose on our side, sometimes Chose on their side. You gotta thank them when they give you a free spell. You're like, thanks. I'll take it. I don't know. This guy some people just aren't ready to play the whole Tavern Brawl. But this deck would work. I mean, as soon as you just Blood Knight your lingering Divine Shields, you're good. Now, Priest. This one's tough, but it's some of the usual ones. And, obviously the heroes are good. I like Curious Glimmerroot. It's obviously one of our favorite cards at Hearthstone Power. And even in the Tavern Brawl, because it Battlecries, but if you pay attention and feel that you're a good player, then you should be getting Curious Glimmer right almost every time. So yeah, South Sea Deckhand. This one's good. You always want your Spellstone early. I think I missed some opportunities maybe to play it, but I was trying to fully upgrade it. So yeah, there's another reason for Cho. It was Priest Ruby Spellstone? Or is it Sapphire? And so we got a Hunter, so we know he's going to be playing some Beast synergies. Yeah, it's always good to Doomsayer early. They'll pull out a minion. So you always get your best value there. Get Rattling Rascal. That's going to help. Furbolg's going to help too, if you end up playing that minion. And Okay. So, yeah. You don't get to see that card much in the meta, but we get to use it today. Yeah, hunters, you always gotta watch your life total. It'll bring us down lowish here. But, okay. We're gonna have to maybe give him the Holy Fire, but that one's okay, because you restore 5, deal 5, kind of net-net. It doesn't always work. We get all the spells from Lorewalker Cho. We can't guarantee it. But yeah, you know he's pretty close to lethal, but he can't poke and Holy Fire, but... Yeah. You gotta get low. I only need 1 HP, all I need. The new motto. Just stay alive. The secrets here, at least this one we know, gives us the rat trap. Secrets, playing secrets into Lorewalker Cho, not a good idea. The secret is out. Now we know we've given him Holy Fire and Spirit Lash. And Circle of Healing. Not too worried about Circle of Healing. We'll take that one back if he gives it to us. But yeah, so Lorewalker Cho, like I said, just upgrading the Spellstone. I think maybe there's a chance here in a turn or two where we should have played it, but we just try and keep upgrading it for some reason. So now luckily you pull out Doomsayer and we can... Yeah, and there I should have played Rat Trap. I was originally thinking I never do it. But now we know we can cast our spells without worrying about any more showing off. You know, if I would have played my Rat Trap, it would have gone off right there. But oh well, maybe next time. Here we had a crazy thought. Thought we could see right there the 7 mana. It's upgraded. I'm not gonna get any better. That would have been the spot. But maybe Cho comes back and we're gonna deal with that again. So wanted to play Light Warden before then, but his Rat Trap would have gone off. So, because then we could have healed the Light Warden up, but he knows it's Rat Trap, but I guess he's got a plan. A freezing trap. Yeah, here we're gonna have to scream soon. Should have done it right away, but if that would have connected, it'd be a different play. But yeah, it's a fun Tavern Brawl. I mean, you gotta get it right with the minions you pull in and out, but it also depends on how you play. Don't rage quit. Or a lot of people here this week, you know, they let me play all the way to the end, so you'll see some long matchups like this. Usually come down to a fatigue battle in this one. So it is a pretty good format to play in. You can see it's pretty balanced. There's the flare that we wish we had. And it'd be a lot easier to figure this one out. And so yeah, you know, after the 3rd spell, the secret's gonna go off. So we tried to play into shuffling in the rat as well, which, you know, you learn some too. And then we got a plan for the 6/6 anyway. We got Shadow Reaper Anduin, so here it's almost an option, but not quite. So yeah, knowing that it doesn't, the Rat Trap doesn't shuffle in, then we would have loved to keep our double Divine Spirit, because then we could double our Light Warden later and know we're good to go. But we did want Benedictus on our side. That was part of the plan. And you know he's going to have a ton of these hunting mastiffs because we shuffled 3 in earlier, so those 3 of those echoing is just going to last for a while. He used all 10 men on it there. So yeah, I mean, we're down to 6, so we can gain 5 and know that we're not going to die there. But you know, we're cutting it close. Yeah, so here's our hungry crab, I think. But maybe he ran it because it is a beast, giving him beast synergies, and we got to hit Obsidian Statue here or else we're going to lose. And then we know that that guy is going to beef as we heal, so I'd gladly take the opportunity to get rid of Light Warden, and you also don't kill your Stitch Tracker, so then it can trade again to Crackling Razor Maul. Or whatever. All we really want to do here is lifesteal. Now we're down to 1. But not 0. And that's important. So out of cards, which means we're going to deal with fatigue. We attack first so we know it's not freezing trap, and double its health first so we can restore health for a long time. And we left that there because we don't want to go face, because explosive trap is just would be dead. We'd be dead because he could just poke us and then fatigue us. And then we get Light Warden, which I think he gets a crazy idea to, now he uses all the Lore Walker Cho spells, which the lifesteal, he's pretty full and he doesn't need that. And then I guess maybe he wanted to draw a bunch of cards, but then he would have had a great chance on fatiguing us, but instead he wanted to draw them and play them. I think, you know, he might have had us here. I mean, Restore 5 was helping, but the 11-2 I don't think can get around because of explosive. So that's why we wanted. No, we got another Divine Spirit, but hey, this is all conjecture because he gave up and we won. The Priest is tough, but you can dive right into Rogue here against Shaman. Shaman's pretty op this week because battle cries are pretty much king, and you know, we all know Shaman's the battle cry king because they got Shudderwalk. I think Shudderwalk would be amazing this week, and you know, all the doubles and reduced elementals. I mean, those cards are terrible for your opponent and great for you. This guy, you know, he attacks once incorrectly with his he basically concedes to Edwin Coin Edwin. I don't know if he's just terrible. Well, like, why put Flame Tongue Totem in your deck if you don't even know how to use it? There's a 2-2. You've got a 2-1 on the other side and a 4-1. I mean, that should go in the trailer what I need to make to show you just how not to play, what we're going to prevent for you. That one had Ticking Abomination, which I think is a fun one, you know, the Death Rattle on the other side. And, you know, maybe you guys can show me your best rogue decks. I think I played a guy who was echoing, and that one was great. I mean, Echo's the way to go with the build this week. He had Face Collector and everything was just working. So yeah, I'd recommend Blink Phloxes and Echo cards. I mean, hopefully you'll get the spells in that one. We didn't really get to show you the rogue class too well, but Shaman's good. Like I said, it's got a bunch of cheap Battlecry guys that we can just usually hit on their side. And this is back when I was playing, you know, Snow Flipper and Wisp are obviously fine, you know. But like I said, you do want some mid-range cards. You obviously don't want to put like Leech King and you know, all the Kier in there for him. But if you do, just mulligan hard for those cards, and if you're holding your Leech King and Alakir, then you're good. But yeah, Spirit Echo is going to be great in this one. Just return our minions to our hand, and you know, you only have so many minions in this one, so, and they get pulled out quickly, so these games go pretty quickly because of the Tad's pull. I like to leave Hungry Crab back. You'll see you don't always have to play every card you can, and especially because Mind Control Tech's out there pretty good, you know, so even when we have 3, we pull a 4th, but he doesn't have it, so it's okay. Yeah, so there, Spirit Echo off for 5 minions, I mean, and they just come straight on back, our battle cries. We're happy. We leave our totems out there, and we'll bring those back. Taunt totems, spell power, spell damage. Yeah, Hammer of Wrath. I mean, those aren't the best plays from him over here, but yeah, that one's good. Choose you a totem. Why not? Always leave a spot there to pull his minion. I mean, you could play your own, but then you're giving him cards longer. Jungle Hemet, destroy all your less than 3 costs. I get his idea there. I don't think it's a good one. You know, that means you're trying to win with just that card, basically, and it's just not good enough. So don't hex right away because you want to, like I said, leave room for other plays. So we had to sack off a couple of 1/1s. And there we whiff with Tad's Pulse. So we know we could have played, we can now play full board minions, but you know, you don't have to. Especially because Grimscale and Wrath of Air Totem aren't doing much. Yeah, so he liked the Rattling Rascal play too. We're gonna just work on this old Hungry Crab here. Doing work. We fill the board there, but we know we're good filling the board because he's almost out of cards, and none of them are minions. Togwaggle, I like the idea, you know, but Togwaggle concede, not as good. Alright, here's Warlock, and we like this one just because Hooked Reaver. I mean, you start at 20, so it's like, alright, we just have to take 5 damage, and we'll be better. Got a couple of wins with this build. This one we like. We'll put all the op cards in the artwork so you can see which ones we like the most. First turn, Rattling Rascal. Very happy. Maybe shouldn't have corrupted, but in most games I play I end up with all these extra corruptions, so we just force his hand there. Make him trade. Choing the off. It's like, sometimes you trade with Cho there, but you'd rather him not be able to play spells. You know, so if you're not ready to play a spell, then just leave Cho alive. And so here, if you don't want to give him the coin or anything, you know, then you would kill it, but we're just gonna slow it down. Pull out his big minions. See, he gets it. You don't play like the worst minions ever, but play battle cries and yeah. South Sea Deckhand created by Ravencaller. That's good. Again, you know, we can trade up there with Sneaky Devil. Sneaky Devil's good because Blood Reaver Gul'dan, so we threw in some extra demons, and we got Illidan in hand. So we're not worried about him getting our good mid-range guy. Void Ripper, also a tech card that we like, and a demon. And then Sack Pack, you know that if he pulls one of your demons, then you can just kill a minion on his side of the board. But we're going to find here's how we kill. We're going to kill Lore Walker now. And yeah, Bloom the Pterodax, feeding time. And board's looking healthy, but Dragon Fury kills everyone. That was solid. Or else game was over. Illidan. Thought Flames of Aznos were demons, but it turns out they're elementals, which is cool. I'm sure there'll be some, if you know how many elementals you have on the board synergies soon enough, and that might bring Illidan into the meta. But yeah. So Flame of Aznoth, we want a Furlberg Mana Binder into it. Twisting Nethers. I like Warlock because it's got a bunch of good spells. He kind of DCs here for a while, so we're gonna talk. And then Life Tap's good. You know, helps you get your Hooked Reavers off. So, and I don't know how random the spells are. I played a few games now, and it seems like you're gonna get Spellstone. There's Hooked Reaver. So this would be a good opportunity to just play it, but I had my mindset on transforming it, but while I have a minion, that's terrible. But you kind of want Taunt just because you know how low your health total is, but he's gonna struggle to do lethal on us, and maybe Fireball and Ping would pull it off, but you know, so that would have been rough. But I think we even get Pyroblasted from this guy later on, and we're able to play with our health enough with Lifesteal for Warlock, which Lifesteal's, you know, Warlock's kind of become a healing-ish class, and they're doing their best with the nerfs, but I mean, the Lifesteal, it's because they gave, you know, the hero so much Lifesteal. Yeah, Explosive Runes kind of forces our hand there. But see, that was the time for Sack Pack. And you know, he's just going to trade and ping into these, so you might as well Doomsayer. Even though it looks like you have the better minions. I mean, he can ping the 7-1 and just attack the 2-2 or 6-2, and then he thinks he's got it handled here, but yeah, he thinks he can build a board up. See, there's Amalgam, even that's a demon, but went on his side of the board. Now it's getting late. Now we're thinking, yeah, it's gonna be tough to win unless we get Blood Reaver Gul'dan. Deck of Wonders could always go either way. And he pulls out Hooked Reaver. We like that card. We wanted it on our side with Taunt as a 7/7. And Hooked Reaver is huge right now in the meta with even Warlock. But again, like I said, preemptive Doomsayer now, because you don't want to let him win the board. You know he still has minions that we're pulling out, and our life total is pretty low, but we mainly wanted to delay till we could get Blood Reaver Gul'dan. And Lifesteal Hero Power, plus bring back a ton of great minions, and somehow, yeah, he pulls off his... So he got called to my side for 2, and so we know there's no more minions now, and freaking Dragon's Fury for 5. You know it's gonna be 5, but that was perfect. So game was over there again. Now, like I said, we hold on to corruptions a bit, and then we got a Rogue Secret Evasion, but unless he can heal a bunch here, there's the Pyroblast. So could almost be over. But we're gonna Hellfire for win. That's a fun way to win. We like that one. Alright, almost all done. Warlock, one of our favorites. And now we'll show you Warrior. And if you can't tell, we bring them to you alphabetically. Engineer is always good to draw off of those instead of just for nothing. You know, I usually wait for my Hungry Crab, but we're gonna tempo play it here. Obviously, we wanted Town Crier. So this is kind of the modern warrior build, whether it's all rush warrior or just a bit of rush with recruit. Yeah, we don't want him drawing a bunch of cards, so go after Northshire Cleric. But yeah, so you know that like Militant Commander gets the Battlecry +3 attack, so it's better on your side. The Rush Battlecry is ideal, so, and then Town Crier's Battlecry, so you're obviously going to have to run some of those in this build. And Dry Gulch Armor is great because they get a ton of minions, and you can just kind of play Control Warrior. Warrior's fun, not the best. Yeah, I gotta shut down Shadow Ascendant as soon as possible. Yeah, I think they throw a couple of those Death Rattles into their deck to help with Twilight's Call. But the best ones would just be try and play mid-range, like Bone Drakes and Dustbreakers is your best priest build. Just like on the meta, really. Oh yeah, we'll just play Militia Commander. That card's really good. I like it. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, let us know what ideas you had if you like this Tavern Brawl. At first I didn't know if I loved it, but then I came around to it. It's a good one. I mean, they're coming up with new ways to play, and that's all you can ask for. So now is don't play, draw your card first. You say the best play might not even be there, so I would have killed that minion, couldn't cleave hits, now we can clear and he can't heal. So yeah, always, if you can, if you think you'll have the mana, just go ahead and draw the card. The best play might not even be in your hand yet. There was a line with Shield Slam there too, but obviously we want to try and build that up. I think pretty soon here we'll have a pretty large amount of armor. Wax Elemental is pretty strong against all these one attack minions. Alright, we got Cho to deal with, which is okay. Hopefully he gives us spells. So yeah, now we slow it down, build up our armor count, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend Shadow Word painting Alarmabot. I mean, he gives us 2 great spells here, I believe. Like, and plays his own minion into getting killed. Like, you could have just killed it afterwards. Not a great line there by our opponent. I don't think he needed all the heal. Doomsayer, we love it. Yeah, Doomsayer, I mean, definitely belongs in the op deck. 1 or 2, yeah, either way. You're gonna want it. It's better, obviously, when they pull it out, because then you can respond, and it happens again. So we're happy. This is how we get so much. We lose that one. That would have been nice. The Quartz Elemental. Here we got Tortolon in our commander. He thinks he's got a edge, but he gave us Shadow Word Pain, and now we Shield Slam for 7. We're happy. Probably could have dropped Go Lockin' now, because I think most pirates are gone. Maybe I'm wrong. I bet you there's another pirate in there. Yeah, so we get the Spellstone here, and this is how we'll show you. I thought I was able to show you, but maybe it didn't end up happening, where someone destroyed my weapon and it re-equips. But you'll see here, after I upgrade it and attack it gone, it will come back. And then also when I play Scourgelord Garrosh, the hero, it equips, you know, the 4/3 weapon that attacks adjacent minions as well, or damages adjacent minions, and then it'll re-equip Tad's Pull. So we know that was going to happen, so we just use it as a way to build up the Spellstone. And we use 1 attack, but that's all you're ever going to get off of a Garrosh. So whether or not that's great, it doesn't matter, because you're upgrading your Spellstone, and you have the hero power that ends up helping us against his Squashlings. So yeah, you're good with it. This play was great from him. Holy Water, the Rattling Rascal into Silence, and he's got 2/5/5s. I mean, That could have been very good, but there, see? We saved Golaka. We got a pirate. Probably helps us win, for sure. There's a line where we could just attack the middle here and clear the whole board, but we want to use, like I said, the re-equipping of the Tadpole to build up the Spellstone. And we're at, like, 19 armor, so we can take a few attacks here. That's where, what I mean, it comes down to fatigue a lot of the times for me, because I like to see. So you see it there, it re-equipped, out of cards, but we know Garrosh and Hero Power will clear his last threatening minion, leaving ours alive and giving us a fully upgraded Spellstone. So that's how we want to win this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the Tavern Brawl. Hopefully you had some cool builds, and hit like, comment, subscribe, and let us know that you're enjoying the channel. And might do another one at the end of this week and show you the op build, but you got some ideas here. I mean, if you didn't, you didn't watch. But we enjoyed it. At first I thought it was just, oh, put a bunch of crappy minions in there, but it's not. You know, there's actually some deck building that goes into which ones they pull out and which ones you will end up playing. Once you play one with nothing but bad minions in there, you're like, that's not the way to do it. So yeah, he's able to heal it up big time. Thought he was at lethal, but like I said, Hero Power just destroys him. He's only got one card, and yeah, he's full, but we've got all the armor. Well, that does it here for this week's Tavern Brawl. Gone fishing. Hope you enjoyed this week's Hearthstone Power.